thought itself is internalized dialogue or trialogue. If you're really sophisticated, maybe you can break yourself into three people internally and have an argument, but it's very, very difficult for people to develop a systematic approach to thinking and then to counter that with another internalized systematic approach to thinking and do all of that alone. Generally, what happens in a healthy society, as you're pointing out, is that we have people around us to whom we can express our concerns, and then they react, and then you react to that. And that's thought. And the fact that we would even ask people to do that alone is an indication, as you pointed out, of how isolated and lonesome people have become. You know, you said friends are people you can tell good things to and people you can tell bad things to. And you have friends because friends keep you sane. And this is one of the things I liked about your book, is this insistence that sanity in some real sense is distributed. It's not something inside your head. It's something that you find as a consequence of being nested in a sequence, in a hierarchical sequence of proper relationships. And so if you could do it alone, man, you could do it in solitary confinement. And, you know, even antisocial criminals hate solitary confinement. We're social.
Yeah, it's the way we punish prisoners, right? Is to put them in the hole. And we've just created a society where that's where we choose to live. Yeah, and I love the idea of, I like to think of society, it's evenly distributed. We carry each other's burdens in different seasons, and that's the way through. There's just simply moments when my wife gets sick or my dad finds himself, my aging father's passing away, that's the old, you know, holding your arms up in the desert narrative, right? Like we need other people to help us navigate these. And how many, I won't put my experiences into your marriage, but the number of times over the 2 decades I've been married that I've been hanging out with some friends that I trust, and I say, my wife said this and this, and my friends go, man, she's right, you're an idiot, right? And so I need that sort of iron sharpening iron, right? To help me reframe something that my body's taken off on.
Yeah, well, a good definition of sanity in some real sense, and I don't mean this in a trivial or a coy way, is that you're saying if you can behave well enough that other people can stand having you around so that they can provide you with corrective feedback. And if you're sane enough so that other people can stand having you around, they'll reward you when you deserve to be rewarded, and they'll punish you when you deserve to be punished. And all you need to do is pay really careful attention to that feedback, and you'll be sane and properly situated. Now, you know, that can go wrong if the entire social community takes a pathological turn, and that makes things more complicated. And that does happen from time to time, but generally speaking, you have to be surrounded by people, and so we could walk through that. Very few people can function effectively without an intimate relationship. That's because you don't have anybody who's monitoring you over the medium to long run if you don't have an intimate relationship. And so how can you organize yourself intelligibly and sanely without the medium to long-term orientation? You just can't do it. And how can you tell if you're being a civilized human being if you're not bouncing your behavior off someone really close to you continually? You can't.
That's right.
You need the intimate relationship. You need the family, parents and siblings, children, for the same reason. And you need friends. You talk a lot in your book about friends, and you have some good practical advice, I would say, and this would be something for us usefully to concentrate on, I would say, as you talk about how people can make friends, because people really don't know. And so maybe you could share some of that with people who are watching and listening.
I think we overthink it. I think hospitality, going first, asking people over to your house, to your events, to your thing, and just go first and get over yourself. Look at it as you just got to quit smoking at some point. I just got to make friends at some point. I'm going to go first. People are going to say no. They're going to challenge you. You're going to find out that nobody wants to be around you. So you got to go to the mirror and ask yourself, what is it about me that I'm projecting in the world that nobody wants to spend time with me? It really challenges, but man, just let's stop over pathologizing it. Let's just go be weird. Go be weird and be hospitable. Go first. Go first.